get to, and I appreciate y'all ended up being here. Let's thank our wonderful sponsors real quick. That is Mission Nutrition, Fit Revolution Nutrition, and Refuel Nutrition. If you need to spark a little bit of fire back in your fitness, make sure that you check one of them out. Get a great shake, protein packed, and all kinds of nutrition for you. Welcome our wonderful followers from TikTok, Facebook, as well as YouTube. Also, our wonderful other sponsor, Prairie Pro General Contractors. If you need a new roof or siding after storms, call today for a free estimate 605 880 7776. Always great to have our wonderful sponsors. We're going to go ahead and show you a new radar that we're going to take a look at here. This is now, thankfully, there's not any active severe weather going on, but that is definitely going to change today. As you can see, the Storm Prediction Center, and let's actually fly on in there. The Storm Prediction Center has now had an enhanced risk outlining areas of North Carolina, South Carolina, and even parts of Georgia. That enhanced risk, let's go ahead and take a look at some radar estimates. Right now, we're looking at radar estimates of what could end up happening today. And these times that we're going to be talking about are in Central Time, Central Daylight Time, so just be mindful that you want to be alert and add an hour for East Coast. So let's take a look here. We'll take a look at the risk factors for tornadoes. That is also quite high as well. Please, if you have not already shared the live, go ahead and do so. We're going to get underway here. It's 8 o'clock. Hopefully, you guys have already gotten your notifications early. And if you haven't, if you're on Facebook or TikTok or what have you, make sure that you're doing the follow. Becca Boo, thank you so much for joining. Joseph, Duty, Mosey along 046, Jackie Martin, Roy's Story, Amanda Bowles, John Wolf, Lori, Deborah, Kate. We got a number of y'all here. Kira, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it so much. All right, let's go ahead and play this through. This is what our estimates are showing. Right now, we already had some storms go through the Kentucky area this morning. A couple of houses actually got some significant damage from some wind. I do believe it was actually probably a tornado, but we're waiting for confirmation on that. Hey, no problem. Don't apologize. So North Carolina, what's their green space for? Are you talking about the darker shaded green? So the darker shaded green is a marginal risk. The area that is over, I know this is a little bit, your guys are probably not used to this, so I've changed it up with this radar. And the reason why I switched to this is because it gives me model information, it gives me radar information, live data, and it's updating way faster than the other applications that I've used. It's much more expensive, so appreciate the gifts, guys. But this lighter shade of green is general thunderstorms, so that would include areas of like Memphis, Nashville area. And then Knoxville, you're more in the darker shade of green. That would be the marginal risk. All right, let's get to a lot of people asking, what is it going to be? What is it going to be? Well, I appreciate it. Northern Mississippi, we'll take a look at that here in a little bit. But northern Mississippi, you're in the general thunderstorms. These are radar estimates. But let's go ahead and take a look at North Carolina area. This is currently what is expected at 11 o'clock today, Central Daylight Time, so that'd be noon time. If we zoom on in here, this is Johnson City over in areas of Tennessee, Asheville. As you can see, things kind of approach there. Pretty intense storms expected there, and we'll show you the tornado risks. We're zooming in quite a bit here, but I want to show you more of the intense line of storms. This is a look at noontime, okay? Noontime, Central Daylight Time, so that's about 1 o'clock. Hey, good morning, Aletha. You're welcome, Kira. Thanks for following everybody. Minnesota next week. We're going to take a look at that in a little bit here, Mason. We'll discuss that as well. I appreciate all the gifts. Thank you so much, Kira. Please, if you guys can, go ahead and do a solid, do a follow. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at this enhanced risk. We're going to try and encompass all of it. So as you can see, this is again around 1 o'clock. I just went through another update here, so just one moment. As we get into, this is 2 o'clock. That would be 3 o'clock your time. Areas of Atlanta, you would definitely want to be careful. Areas right around that I-20 area. Some significant hail is expected. All these areas over by Greenville, Anderson area. This would be in areas of South Carolina. The areas of North Carolina, look at that, around 3 o'clock your time. All right. They spark through there. All right, again, this is a look at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. That's when it really ramps up here. And I would expect some embedded tornadoes possible in any one of these cells here. These rogue cells, Fayetteville area could possibly have those. We'll get to the risk for tornadoes here very shortly. But again, once it gets to around 7 p.m., it goes off the coastline and you're thankfully about 7 or 8 p.m. your time should be done and over with. Let's go ahead now and take a look at those risks. This is the tornado risk. Zoom back out here. The tornado risk is isolated, like the higher risk is areas of like Richmond, Virginia, all the way just south of Dale City, Harrisonburg, that would be the Virginia area, and North Carolina, Raleigh, Greensboro, Siler City, Oxford. Okay, a lot of these areas. Let me go play through that estimate again. You could definitely see why they have that risk, 5% risk of Roanoke Rapids area. Some of these isolated cells could end up sparking major tornado. And again, this is estimate around 5 o'clock your time. And then we go through, and then it fades off quite a bit. But just so you're aware, you're not out of the woods if you're in Charlotte, Fayetteville, Anderson area of South Carolina, even into Georgia. You're not out of the woods. You got that green area there is a 2% risk for tornado activity today, and that stretches all the way up into areas of Baltimore, even southeast Philly area, or Pennsylvania area, I should say. If we do a larger scan and show the whole entire U.S., let's go ahead and kind of play that through just so folks can see what is expected for today. Again, this is an estimate of what it would look like at 9 o'clock. Just general thunderstorms. Let me kind of go back to see if I can zoom in a little bit faster here. Somebody asked about Ohio. You guys are in that 2% risk over by Portsmouth area, so just be aware of weather aware. Things could change. Your probability of hail is more so for the southeast portion of Ohio. Wind probability, again, southeast Ohio area. And your overall threat in southeast Ohio area is marginal risk. So just be mindful, stay weather aware. Lots and lots of rain expected in Ohio. Michaela Price. Hey, hey, Tufts Weather, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're looking at Ohio here. This is just looking at some major, I would suspect, flooding in these areas because if you look at the scan, so this is 9 a.m. estimates, and this is 8 p.m. estimate. So between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m., that's a lot of moisture in that Ohio area. All right, so let's go ahead. Again, enhanced risk is over in areas in North Carolina. I'm just going to zoom back out your overall areas. Let's go into Chicago here real quick. Take a look at those areas. A few marginally severe risks there, nothing real huge expected. This is a look at real late in the evening, around 11 p.m. Chicago metro area could end up having some uh, hail and wind threat there. Just 40 to 50 mile an hour winds expected in some of these. Marginally severe hail. Not anything real huge expected at this point in time. Just stay weather aware. Even Grand Rapids, Michigan area, this HRRR weather model is showing a pretty good here of some rain. They could end up extending this marginal risk over into areas of like Grand Rapids, Lansing area, if I was going to estimate. All right, Woodbridge, Virginia. Max Fusion color table? I don't know, man. Yeah, it's so tough weather. I definitely I upgraded for sure. This gives very high resolution. It's broadcast quality radar app. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at Virginia. You guys are in the slight risk. I can't specify counties. Um, so Woodbridge area, if you could give me kind of a more well-known area, if it's close to Richmond, that type of area, that would help. But I'm just going to give you kind of a rough idea here. All right, hopefully you can see your area in there, but this is going to be, again, areas of Virginia expecting you're not in that enhanced risk. You're in the slight risk or a 2 out of 5. So if you're anywhere near Harrisonburg around 4 o'clock your time, in Virginia. I would be definitely staying weather aware. Line of storms here, pretty intense. Let me go ahead and draw that here for you. This is a pretty intense line of storms, actually. 52, 56 dBz, of a lot of heavy rain right there. That could indicate possibility of some hail right there around 4 o'clock your time in Virginia. You see the tail of Maryland. I live next to that area. Tail of Maryland. Whoopsie daisy. Here we go. Little getting used to this still. I don't know if it allows me to do a search. Doesn't exactly allow me to do a search. That's one bad thing.
A new tornado
Oh,
warning
you
has
got
been
to be
issued.
kidding me. No, we don't need a tornado warning right now. All right, we're switching to live radar. Why does that always happen? Let's go back to live radar here. 1 second. We're going to clear out these models here. 1 second. All right, so let's go ahead and clear that out. I do need to bring live radar here and figure out what's going on with these. Be just 1 second here, folks. Okay, we got Tennessee here. Need to switch that. That's a little tricky here. I'm still learning on this one. Sorry, folks. KMRX. Let's see if I could get to that one. KMRX. There we go. Now if we can see if there is the reflective here. This is a tornado warning. I got to make sure this is accurate because this, oh, it is a tornado warning. So it expires in 31 minutes. Let's see if I can pull up the information, what that's entailing here. That's going to be a little bit trickier, apparently. Still getting used to this, so appreciate your guys' patience as I work through that. All right, so this is a tornado warning. Currently, the tornado warning, it's radar indicated. This is for southeastern Loudoun County in East Tennessee, central Blount County in East Tennessee until 9:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 9:10, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 11 miles southwest of Maryville, moving east. All right, so let's kind of use our new tools here and see if we can figure out what we could have here as far as areas of impact. There's a rotation, so let's see. It's 94 degrees speed, 31 miles per hour, max DBZ, hail detection, hail probability pretty low. But again, this is where the center of circulation is. Let me go ahead and right now, what state this is, we're looking at Tennessee. Let's look at storm velocity here. Oh yeah, you can definitely see it pretty well right here. So areas of Townsend, this is, so Maryville, obviously, you definitely need to take shelter right now. This is moving at 31 miles per hour. Townsend, you're going to be impacted by this. Ah, goodness. Areas of Gatlinburg, if this can hold. Let's take a look at some other estimates here. Yes, Maryville, Tennessee definitely needs to take shelter if they're not already, because we don't have confirmation that this is on the ground. However, this is a storm capable of producing a tornado. So we're going to kind of, it's going to be passing just to the south of you in Maryville, but there's still possibility that this could move, a little bit further northward. And so just to be out of sheer precaution. All right, Townsend, that center of circulation within the next 30 to 40 minutes. There's the countdown. Yeah, no debris ball currently. That's good. Thank you very much, Tufts Weather, for checking that. Jen, moving right over your house. Oh, goodness. I hope you're in a safe place. Clarksville, Tennessee. We do have a tornado warning right now. So we're just, this is radar indicated. Clarksville, Tennessee, you're in a general thunderstorm, so you're not going to need to worry about a whole lot of anything going on today. Yeah, you just got a warning without the watch. Yeah, these things have been sparking up quite quite a bit, and it does happen. But again, that's why we say even if you're in the marginal risk, you definitely need to stay weather aware because these things can spark up really anywhere in that marginal risk as well. This tornado warning currently is just to the south of Maryville, Tennessee. Okay, and again, based on current estimates, Townsend area of Tennessee, it's a very small area, 30 minutes. These are just going through a live scan. This tornado warning is in effect until for another 26 minutes. The center of rotation is right back here. So again, folks, if you're not following, the marginal risk, and yes, there was a tornado warning earlier in the general thunderstorm area as well. So uh, weather's not perfect. It doesn't follow everything that we want it to. It makes its own rules. Just outside of Nashville area, again, Nashville area, we're not expecting a whole lot in your area. General thunderstorms. Most of this is going to continue eastward. So your general thunderstorms, some minor rain later today, and you might actually. I'm not looking at that scope of things on the radar. More focused right now on this tornado warning. We could end up seeing this impact areas of, let's see if we could get down any further than that. I don't know other towns that are smaller within this area, but again, Townsend expecting possibility of impact within the next 30 minutes if this thing holds together. Again, it's radar indicated. You can certainly see quite a bit of wind on this. Springview. Thank you very much, Tufts Weather. I appreciate it. We talking Springview, Tennessee, I assume. Yep. See if I could get Tennessee data to show up here. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be just to the south of. Yes, yes, going toward Townsend. Yes. Let's go ahead and take a look at base velocity here. Actually, velocity. Let's look back at the reflective. Look at how intense this thing is. Let's go ahead and put a playthrough on this. So look at that storm. It's continuing eastward. Right now, we're looking at Tennessee. Sorry, folks, that you were. Uh, look at that. Gosh. This is a playthrough here. This is looking at just before 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time or just before 9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, all the way through about 9:22 as the last update. But this is where it currently is. Again, this is going to be impacting to areas of Townsend, Tennessee. That's in Loudoun County, Tennessee area. Thank you so much for sharing the live. I appreciate it. And thanks for the gifts. Appreciate it. Jefferson City. Oh my gosh, dude. You're in on vacation. Mesomat, I swear, wherever you go, there seems to be storms no matter what. So I hope you end up getting a good vacation and don't have to do any crazy taking cover with the severe weather. But yeah, you definitely cannot escape it. It follows you wherever you go, man. I hope you have a good vacation, though. I hope for your sake and everybody else's, I hope the severe weather does not keep up. He's in North Carolina today. Yeah, it's definitely in Maryville area has definitely gotten a lot of rain for sure. All right, rotation has died out, but it's still a dangerous storm because we do still have that tornado warning continuing here. Let's go ahead and take a look how long that lasts yet. We got another 20 minutes for that tornado warning. Um, just a moment ago, they moved that, so a tornado warning uh, remains in effect until 9:45 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time for Central Blount County. At 9:23 Eastern Time, Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Maryville, moving east.
A new
There's the new
tornado
one.
warning has been issued.
So that's the new one that I'm reading off here. That was a little bit late, but moving east at 30 miles per hour. Areas that could be impacted, okay, basically right over Maryville, this dangerous storm. Smoky Mountain, Fontana area around 9:35 Eastern Daylight Time. Other locations, Townsend, I was already saying that, so you guys should definitely get in your safe place right now. Walland, Cades Cove, and Happy Valley. Not so happy. Oh my gosh. So take cover now. Move to the basement or interior room on the lowest floor of sturdy building. Avoid windows if you are outdoors in a mobile home or in a vehicle. Move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. This also has some hail with it. So just be mindful of that. Yes, if you're in Blount County, you definitely need to take shelter. So sorry, Lynn, that you're having to deal with so much rain. If you're in Townsend, get in your safe place. I hope you're in a basement or some kind of shelter. Exactly. Do not panic. Right now, I just decided to use WSV3. It's a very robust system. It's $240 a year. So it's a really robust system. Takes up a lot of data. Not something that I would recommend if you don't have like a gaming computer. Yeah, I know Mesomat. It was a lot of money, and I've used it before. I just got tired of Radar Omega's delays. So we're staying on this tornado warning cell. Let's go ahead and take a look at the velocity here a little bit further again. This is in Tennessee. So currently, it's passing through Maryville, Tennessee. It's approaching Townsend. This is a radar indicated tornado. So Townsend should already be in your shelter and safe place. Very dangerous storm here. Thank you, Jeff. Hey, we got our moderators in here. All right. Again, thanks for the follows. I appreciate it so much. If you have not followed already, please go ahead and do so. We do these daily live updates. Unfortunately, tomorrow I'm not going to be able to do a live update. I'm going to be. Hey, Rylan loves music. Thanks, dude. Stellar. You're the bomb.com, man. You're welcome, Act Young. Is there a tornado on the ground? There's not confirmation of a tornado on the ground. There is some rotation, and it's radar indicated. Waynesville, North Carolina. Yikes. That's going to be, dude, Mesomat in Waynesville area. That's going to be sick. I'm just going to do a solid for Mesomat. Give a shout out to Mesomat here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some radar estimates here. All right, so I'm switching back to radar estimate here. So I'm just going to kind of show you what we're expecting here with one of the models here. Just got to load the data here. So bear with me one moment. Correct, Tufts weather. Still take cover. Thanks, Mesomat, for helping out. Yeah, it definitely is going to continue. Let me go ahead and clear out the radar. Shut that off. Still getting used to this. All right, so we're going to go to these radar estimates of what's expected. Again, let's kind of cover some areas of North Carolina. These are radar estimates of what is expected to happen today based on HRRR. Pretty intense when you get to around 4 o'clock over in Winston-Salem area, Charlotte, Greensboro, all these areas. That's a huge line of storms, could have some embedded tornadoes in there. And just be mindful, again, in North Carolina, you're in that, North Carolina and even Virginia area, you're in that 5% risk outlined in the brownish color, and then 2% in the green area. So this is radar estimates right now. So this will be pretty intense for areas of North Carolina, all the way back down into South Carolina. This is looking at about 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time. So that's where the storms are expected. Let me kind of give you an idea of, see, much of it is going to be along the East Coast, Ohio. You're going to have a lot of rain today, that's for sure. Even up into areas of Pennsylvania, lots of rain, possibility of some tornadoes in the far southern portion of Pennsylvania as well. Let's go back over to the East Coast here, fly in. And let's go back to live radar here and see if there's anything else going on. Check on that. So one thing that I have an issue with on this is when I clear out, or I don't have those models cleared out here. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Sorry, I missed your guys' chats here. Goodness. All right, let's go ahead and bring that. Here's the earlier report. If I could get back onto this radar, that's one thing that I don't like about this is it takes a little while for things to zoom in, but that could end up being my computer. So earlier this morning, before I went live, there was wind damage to a travel trailer and structure. First responders are evaluating. It was a possible tornado, and that was just north of Madisonville. I think somebody in the chat was talking about Loudon. Yeah, Loudon area. You guys got impacted this morning already. So we're back on the live radar here. And thankfully, that tornado warned cell has died out. It's still pretty intense, mind you. But now we could get back to what we were trying to look at in the beginning. Oh no, not yet. New update, it's worse. What are you talking about, Tufts Weather? Let's make sure we got that correct here. Let's go to velocity here. They don't have a current tornado warning. It still is pretty dangerous. We don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings. Yeah, yeah, I would say this is still any in Northwood, Tennessee. I'm assuming. Northwood area, you guys are in the marginal risk here today, from what I can see here. So you guys should be good. How do I expect upstate South Carolina to go? Let me go ahead and remove this velocity and go back to reflective here. All right, so just so you're aware, the storm that it still is pretty intense, impacting significant wind, but it doesn't have enough. It's just below that 65-mile-an-hour wind gust level, below the severe level. A lot of rain in there, so Gatlinburg expect to definitely get impacted by a lot of heavy rain. Even areas. Let's go ahead and take a look at South Carolina. We'll go back to radar estimates. All right, we're going to look at these radar estimates here and show you that. Let me shut off NixRad here. Waiting for that to load. We got 18 hours worth of data. Yeah, my chat has been wild. Thank you so much, Mesomat. It's been a while. Thanks. You have a great day too. Again, stay safe, Mesomat. All right, we've got that loaded. Let's go ahead and zoom back out here a little bit. Areas of Ohio, you guys are expecting to have rain quite a bit today, pretty much until 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, so 9 p.m. your time. A lot of rain, not expecting real significant storms unless you're south in areas of like Parkersburg, Point Pleasant area along that southward portion of I-77. But let's go back here again and show you. These are the tornado outlines. 5% risk with the brown, and then 2% all of this green. Hey, Jeff, are you still there? Or Tufts Weather? Can you go ahead and hit a mute on? I need a mute on Nathan here. I haven't looked at Katrina, but definitely need a mute. Awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Tufts Weather, I know you both are doing a great job. We should have muted him sooner. I apologize. Jeff and Tufts Weather, since you guys, I'm trusting both of you guys very well. You both do a great job. So if you guys feel necessary to mute somebody in here, I'm not gonna. Jeff's my cuz, so um, I know him very well, and yeah, yeah, we're tired. We don't need to deal with politics. We got enough going on here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other risks because we discussed a little bit today. We tried to hit those as hard as we possibly could, but let's go ahead and take a look before I got to leave. Let's go ahead and take a look at the risks for day 2. What do we got going on for day 2? Let me shut off the weather models here. Shut these off as well. All right, so this is for tomorrow. Okay, we do have that marginal risk. I expect this to be upgraded to a slight risk in this area here. So just be mindful of that. I'm not going to have enough time today since we did have that tornado warning. Not going to have enough time to go through a lot of stuff with the respect to that, but do expect this area to be impacted by a slight risk tomorrow instead of just this marginal. Right now they have it marginal. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other risks that we're expecting. There's that hail risk for tomorrow and the wind risk. Again, expecting this to go to an enhance or not an enhanced, but a slight risk tomorrow. Day 3, let's go back out and see where that's at. Oh yeah, over in areas of southeast Texas. And we got a mesoscale discussion for heavy rainfall. San Antonio, Texas has been getting bombarded by a ton of rain. So your marginal risk for day 3 is in areas of southeast Texas. And then lots and lots of rainfall is expected over into areas of Montgomery, Alabama, Jacksonville, over the next couple of days. Let's go ahead and take a look at day 4. Really what I'm trying to get to, folks, is I'm trying to get to South Dakota. Here we go. All right, South Dakota. Plains insanity is expected.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
I knew there was going to be another severe thunderstorm warning. It just took a little while. So that severe thunderstorm warning, you can see it is issued 8:43 a.m. Central Daylight Time, or 9:43. Includes areas in Kentucky. This app is WSV3. If you look it up on Google, you'll find it. W like in water, S is in Sam, V is in Virginia, and then the number 3. You're welcome. Thank you, Caddy Graz. All right, so let's take a look at these estimates with GFS, and then I got to go because I got to go to Norfolk, Nebraska, or Lincoln, Nebraska today. I'm sorry it scared you. Didn't mean to scare you. It's just meant to alert you. South Carolina, you're expecting the northern half of South Carolina, or actually, South Carolina is in the 2% risk for tornado activity today, and that's going to continue through the afternoon into the evening hours. But by the time you get to 7 p.m., 8 p.m. your time, things should be pretty relatively out of there. So I would just stay weather aware in areas of South Carolina. Yeah, fun in Northern Plains coming next week, and I'm waiting for this thing to load. I've got 60 hours loaded out of 156. It's taking its time. I think I'm bogging down my computer left and right today for sure. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit of an estimate. It's not fully loaded yet. Goodness. It's there. Maybe it's going to go now. Now it's moving a little faster. All right, this is a look at June 2nd. So we're waiting for the June 3rd, June 4th time frame to load here. We're using GFS because that's the only thing we have available for this far out. So just be mindful. We're just about to the 5th here. Got another 50 frames to load here, so it's taking its time. There we go. All right, so that's a third. Look at that, folks. All right, we're going to see if we can get these frames to go through. All right, so this is what we're kind of expecting for areas of South Dakota sometime late in the evening on the 2nd, according to GFS. Let's see if we could go a little bit further. We're down to June 4th at 10 a.m. Waiting for a few more frames to load. This is taking forever. Guess we're going to definitely either need a new computer or something, but the new computer that I would need is like 2,500. It's crazy. All right, so let's look at this again. Areas around 10:30 at night on June 2nd, which, if this holds true, kind of alerts me that I'm not real thrilled about this, because anytime these storms happen in the late evening, just never know if it's going to be a wind threat or what. So around 4 o'clock in the morning on June 3rd. So if this holds true, I'm not going to be chasing in the field. But then it moves on over to areas of Minnesota, and that's around June 3rd at 7:30 in the morning. Lot to iron out on those details. Let's go back to the whole U.S. here and let's see what GFS is showing. Again, as you could kind of see, as we get through next week, more active weather pattern, including areas of Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, even up into areas of Illinois. If we zoom in there, this is a look at maybe on June 5th, around 9:54 a.m. So I'm going to let you all go. I got to head to Lincoln, Nebraska today, and I will likely not be live tomorrow. We go back to a live look at a radar here and see if I can pull this up here. Ooh, goodness gracious. This is one heck of a, oh, I got a error here. Continue application. All right, here we go. This area is getting very concerning. So here's what I'm expecting to have happen. This is going to build this line of storms right here, continue eastward. Right now, what we're doing is we're looking at live radar. So I'm going to shut this off here real quick. This is live radar. Boonville, Annville, and Manchester areas. These are in areas of Kentucky, eastern Kentucky, and that's going to continue to move over into areas of Virginia over the next several hours. But this line of storms, this is where I'm starting to see this threat of tornadic activity increase as we get into closer to the noontime hour. You guys, this could have some embedded tornadoes in here. You're in Greenback. Eesh. Scary stuff. This whole area here is going to end up building a line of storms here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to draw this or not. To learn how to do a drawing tool on here, but I don't have all that information yet. Nonetheless, this is a pretty active storm right here. This does have a, let's see where the active alerts are here, 1 second. So this has got 60-mile-an-hour gusts and trying to see if I can pull up the information here. Moving east at 50, so it's trucking along pretty quickly. It's not going to take long. They're in Horse Cage. Hang on 1 second. Let's see how far away that is. If I've seen that right. Are you referring to Horse Cave? I'm assuming you are because I don't see anything coming up that. I'm using both. Yeah, Horse Cave, that's farther, Horse Cave area is actually outside of the risk. Let me make sure of that though. Yeah, you guys in Horse Cave is in the general thunderstorms, not expecting anything severe. Most of this is moving eastward. How's it going to be looking for West Liberty? West Liberty area, you guys are in a, whoops, hang on one second here. My app is having a hard time. Goodness gracious, what is with my computer? No, it's not because I'm not on the risks. West Liberty area, it's hard for me to pinpoint that, sorry. Using all the tools that I possibly can here. I'm using WeatherWise on one screen and I'm using my other on the so there's all kinds of fun. Can't they just make something that goes really quick when you need it? West Liberty area. So right now, you guys are in the marginal risk, so you could see some hail definitely. Let me go ahead and see if I could zoom into it on this app. Might be a little bit easier for me to see it. There it is. All right, so West Liberty area, you guys do have a line of storms right here, so I would suspect within the next hour or less, you could have some impact for hail. Let's go ahead and take a look at the echo tops here. Yeah, if those storms continue to build up towards the north, then I would say probably within the next hour or two, you could end up having some storms. Could end up having some hail, marginally severe hail though. But hopefully that helped you. I wish I could get everybody, but all right, I need to zoom back out. I do have somewhere I absolutely positively need to be. Usually my lives only go about a half an hour, but we had a tornado warning earlier that we had to take care of and notify people. So unfortunately, I'm not able to continue my live for you all right now. Let me go ahead and go over the risks real quick.
A new severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
And that severe thunderstorm warning is pretty much down in Kentucky area continuing, and that's going to continue to have those cells move off to the easterly direction, eventually impacting areas of Virginia, North Carolina. So North Carolina, Virginia area, pretty much your whole day is shot until about 7 p.m. when it finally gets to the East Coast line. We have this large line that's starting to build here, and that's a very dangerous situation because it could have a number of tornadoes embedded in there at some point. Is it coming to Jersey? It's not expected to be in the Jersey area today. These are the outlooks here. So it's just going to kind of impact this area here. Most of it's going to stay further south. The risk for severe weather enhanced is in the orange, and then the yellow is the slight risk, and the green is the marginal. As you can see, there's already a severe thunderstorm warning in the marginal, so Wonder if at 11:30 update from SVC if they're going to expand any of this enhanced area. My thought is they're going to expand this enhanced risk further northward into areas of Virginia. But either way, if you're in any of these highlighted zones like the darker shaded green, the yellow, and the orange, stay weather aware today. This is your risks. I apologize. The blue that I had up was Ecotops. We're messing around with that, so I apologize. Ohio expecting southeastern Ohio is in that marginal risk for today. Again, we're expecting a lot of rain, a lot of moisture for folks in Ohio area today. All right, thanks so much, Jeff. All right, I got to go too. God bless.